Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. And today we are going to go through my pretty large, but not too big because I have already decluttered, palette collection. If you didn't know, I started my channel back in 2013 and I was an avid collector of makeup. And I've since condensed, and I know this doesn't look condensed, I've condensed my collection down, and I just wanted to take you through all of the ones that I decided to keep, and there may even be a couple of new declutters. I'm waiting for one palette to arrive. I'll go through that when it does, and also as part of this collection I have got a fifth one, but I really don't know where it is, so I apologise. However, let's go through. Some of these are going to take you down a trip down memory lane. Some of these you may not have even seen before. If you've got any questions, comment down below and I will answer as much as possible. So I thought it'd be easier to bring you to my desk and do it this way. So the first one I want to show you is this one. It's the No More Nudes by Dramatic Boutique. This is owned by my really good friend here on YouTube, Petty Page. She created this brand during the pandemic. I think I got this, I want to say I got it last year. Yeah, I did, because when I did receive it, I used it for my 24-hour live. So I will just show you the palette. I'll try not to blind you. So you've got neutrals down here. You've got 3 pressed glitters. Normally I don't like pressed glitters, but these are absolutely stunning. Over a like a dark base, these show up so well. And then you've got these lovely mattes and shimmers in rainbow colours. I can honestly say these are fantastic quality. I'll just show you the quality of like the mattes. Like there's the pink. Let's have a go at one of the shimmers. This is the green called the bag. Oh, I guess I know what that's for. And then the black is so black. Look at that. So they're absolutely beautiful. Obviously this swatch isn't going to tell you anything, but I can tell you on the eye, this was amazing. I'm just grabbing things as I see them. So this one is the ABH Norvina, which one is this? Volume 3. It's the one that's got, it's like a peachy colour, and then inside you've got the most gorgeous colours. This is very, to me, tropical vibes, summer vibes. It's really beautiful. I really like the quality of these shadows. However, just remember that on some of them it does tell you you can't actually wear them on your eye. I do, but I wear a base underneath and I always make sure I cleanse properly, and I usually don't wear it for long. But these, sorry about the glare, these are just a perfect, here we go, these are just a perfect blendable, lovely multicolour palettes. I did get another one though, so I got this one. And I couldn't not get this one. Which one's this? Volume 1. I didn't get Volume 2 because it was more blue. And actually, although I do like blue shadows, I didn't want it to be like that because this is coming off a bit blue, actually. So basically, let me move this over here. This is the purple palette to me. I love purples. I've got green eyes, and I feel like this is a much more sultry, beautiful palette. And I've used this a number of times. This colour here, which is E1. Just look at that. Can you see that? Let's see if I can show you it properly. Can you see it? Beautiful, beautiful, stunning shade. All of these are just, they perform really, really well. But again, some of them you can't put on your eye. So just be mindful. I was so impressed with these. This is the Mitchell. These are the 2 palettes that he brought out last year. I actually got these at a discounted price. I'm sure I got them half price each. So that meant that this and this were the price of just each other. They came in lots of packaging, I seem to remember. They are huge. So this is Head in the Clouds. And I love these shadows. And I just want to sort of point this out if you've got this. So I worked out that you could easily make some interesting looks if you took each one of these as a quad. So it's a really odd layout, but you could easily take each one of these as a quad. So these as a quad, these as a quad, these as a quad, these, do you see what I mean? So literally any way you look, if you take it as a quad, it's going to make a really interesting look. So I might do that. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know the colours and the pigmentation and how they blend. Honestly, very, very impressed. These are absolutely stunning. I'll give you a swatch of some. I mean, look at the matte. Look at that. That just so beautiful. I actually haven't used a lot of the shimmers in here. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Sorry, I've still got leftovers on my fingers. So I love, love, love. This one is much more. I mean, look at this. Look at that. That is just insane. So beautiful, and yeah, really happy with that. Oh, I must have knocked something out there, so never mind. I am staining my fingers, look, sorry. So this is the feet on the ground. I think this is my preferred one. And look at this. So you've got a lovely, gorgeous yellow here called Orchid. There's another yellow here, but it's a bit more neon. So this is more of like a banana yellow. This is more of a lemon. Then you've got this sort of chartreusey colour. So beautiful. This is the green palette of dreams. It's so beautiful and I absolutely love it. Again, look at them as quads. I mean, wouldn't that be just a gorgeous eye look? So lighten up, crease shade, deepen up, and then that on the sort of on the lid. I feel like there are looks here that would just automatically work, and you could probably make them work if you didn't think they would. So yeah, have a look into that if you've got this palette. I might do some looks. Let me know what you think. I really love this colour here, which is Tiger Lily, which is this sort of orange just in the middle of the palette. You know, without that, it's literally just a khaki palette. That's coming off blue, but it is definitely more of a teal. But so stunning. Once again, I'll take some swatches. Oh, just look. It just blows my mind. That, again, stunning. I think this is a bit of a multi-chrome one. Yeah. So good quality. I really want to play with this more. I haven't had a chance to. Let me know if you want to see any looks or if you've got any questions. Can you believe I've only got 2 Morphe palettes? 2. The only one I've got is this one, which is the Pride one. This is actually one of my only sort of proper rainbow palettes. So I love this. I think this is really good quality. So when I'm doing a rainbow look, I did a really good rainbow look using this actually for Pride. And when I'm doing a rainbow look, I don't need them to be like thick, dark colours. There's a lot of nice mattes in here, all rainbow colours, and then the shimmers are sort of gold coloured, and I quite like that. You get it's just lovely, like, and I love that it represents LGBT. I think some of the money from this went towards some of the LGBT causes, which is excellent. So, you know, this is possibly my favourite one that I've ever got from Morphe. I think I've only ever really had 3 palettes from Morphe. One I've given away. So I've had this one. I love this one. And then I did buckle and I got the Jacqueline Hill palette. I've barely used this, but I remember using it and thinking it's just so lovely. There are a lot of shades that are similar. I've gone away from these looks. However, do you know, it's been a while since I've done them, and I just feel like sometimes you just want to go back to the neutrals, to the everyday looks, especially now that I've hit 40 and I'm a professional, so I'm not going to walk in the office with like a bright green eye. Not that I think that there's anything wrong with that, by the way. It's just that I've got a way that I want to represent myself, and for ease, I haven't got time to do, you know, the bold colours. I just want to get something on where I just throw on a shimmer, deepen up the crease, and then get out. So this is going to be used a lot more. Now, I know these are old. Please don't come for me, but I really didn't do much makeup during lockdown. And also I'd lost these palettes for a year. I had them in my collection and then, yeah, I lost them. So yeah, love that. Won't be getting rid of that ever. So I've only got 4 Too Faced palettes and I might declutter a couple more. So my favourite ones are this peanut butter and jelly one. I love using this. I use it so much. If I'm going away, I take this with me every time because I know I'm going to use it. Now, I know a lot of people weren't that mad about it, but these shades here, in fact, all the neutral shades, and then having this dark one, even though it's got micro glitters in, it's just a beautiful look every time. This colour here, this PB Jet, or Extra Creamy, is just the perfect base shade. This is the perfect lid shade, which is, what is it, Bananas. So nice. It comes off really nice. And these are just really good, like, crease shades. I mean, it is just so lovely. The one dud is probably Jelly, but it's not too bad, you know. Will I ever use it? I might use it on an all-over look with that, maybe. But I just love it. I won't get rid of it. It took me ages to find this because they didn't do it in the UK. So I finally found it. I think somebody was selling it on a for sale site and I just loved it. So that's staying in my collection. Let me just wipe these off. Look, mucky thing now. Okay, so the other one that I've kept in my collection for ages, and I know this is old. I know it's old. But this Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, look, you can see it's old. You can see how battered it is. White Peach is almost finished. You can tell I use all of these as a sort of all over the lid shade. Luscious is beautiful. Nectar is beautiful. I'm always on Bleeny. I've used this so many times because obviously I've used it as much as I've used this shade. But for some reason, the other colours don't seem to go down. It's like new. But yeah, this is a perfect shade for me. I absolutely love it. Absolutely perfect. I will, again, probably never get rid of this. If I'd like to, do you know what? I'd like to pan it. Being that I've done that, I reckon I could pan this. What do you think? And then I've got a couple that I kept in my collection, but actually I still don't think I'm going to keep it. But what I might do is give it to my girlfriend. These are the sorts of colours that she would use. So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold. This is so shimmery. So shimmery. And, oh God, the chocolate smell is so strong. So these here are just gorgeous. Gorgeous shades. This here, this... Look at that. We don't give enough credit to the shimmers in the Too Faced palettes. Like, especially for look how lovely they are. And again, the one that I'd probably use is that Rolling in Dough quite a lot. So I think Rich Girl and Dripping in Diamonds are very similar. Maybe Rich Girl's a bit, a bit warmer. It is beautiful. I hadn't used it enough and that's why I kept it in my collection. But I might give that to my girlfriend. We'll see. So that's that one. Let's just wipe these off. I've got such mucky fingers, look at that. And then this one, I bought this ages ago. Have I bloody used it? Not once. Not once. Let me pull it out of that. Sorry, we've got a lot of lights going on here. I've not dug into this once. This is the Clover palette. I bought this when I went to London. I went into the actual Too Faced shop. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself. So I bought this palette, never used it. I think I'm going to declutter it. Pretty sure I'm going to declutter it. Never going to use it. Weirdly, I really like the colour selection in here. I am going to put my finger in this. Good boy. Look at that. It's just a lovely yellow. And this is a duochrome spoiled. Look at that. That's so nice. I don't know. And then you've got Cuteness Overload. Oh, that's just gorgeous. I don't know. I just want to see what this is. TF, so the Too Faced mascot, I guess that's Clover. I don't know how to feel about this one at all. I just never ever pick it up. Not even sure why. I might give it a go. I might do a week of like a weaker palette or something. Let me know what you think. Guys, this is a massive, massive blast from the past. I cannot throw this away. This is the Cargo Vintage Escape Eye Palette. Anybody remember this from back in 2013? So, this is the ultimate grungy palette. Look at it. It's quite cool toned-ish. There's a few warm shades down here, I suppose. So, I loved this palette. You can see I've used it quite a lot. Mainly this crisp shade. Let's be honest, this was the main one. Really nice and subtle, really neutral. But, you know, if this came out now, people would be all over it. You've got this lovely rustic shade down here that's like a greeny, khaki colour. You've got this shade here, Twigs, which is like an odd slate grey. You've got Frolic, which is absolutely beautiful. Cinnamon is gorgeous. And, I mean, Crisp is the best. Look at this. It's so soft. That, for an inner corner, is incredible. And then you've got these two lovely neutrals here. And I used this a lot. I did. Look, it looks very used here. And I did use it a lot. But, you know, I can't get rid of it. It's actually really good quality. Does anybody hear of Cargo anymore? This is like the palettes that time forgot, isn't it? In my collection. I can't get rid of it. Has anybody else still got this in their collection? Let me know, because I love this palette. Love this palette. I'm just going to take this on my... Look at that, the gold shift on that. Honestly, stunning. Stunning. I just need to preface this and say I have got the cherry on top somewhere. I can't find it. It was somewhere in this office. I literally cannot find it. However, this is the Sweet Shop. So here we have the Cotton Candy from the Sweet Shop collection. So this is the one that is, I believe it's pink and purples. They're coming off really blue on here. So you've got the mattes down the bottom. These are all monochromatic. And I bought these because I'd heard from, what was her name? Angelica, how good the quality was. And she's not wrong. These are beautiful, actually. I don't think I'll get rid of these because I like having the monochromatic ones. And I really want to have a play around with them. The amount of palettes that I actually have, I really should play around with them a lot more. So here is the bubblegum one. Oh. Look how gorgeous that navy blue is. Navy blue is really hard to get. I love these blues. Again, a nice monochromatic, and it's really blue, and you've even got like a teal here. I love that. I love that about these. That's really beautiful. And then this one I believe was really difficult to get hold of, Pistachio. Love the greens. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning, stunning colours. If you want a green look, you've come to the right place. You can see I've already used this one quite a bit because I really like this colour. Look at this shade. Just look at that. I mean, that goes on so beautifully on the eye. Gorgeous. And apart from cherry on top, which is actually my favourite, I've got the orange sorbet, which is so lovely. It's actually leaning to the peachy side. You've got a nice brownie colour down here, which goes really well. It's very warm. I did a look with this colour here, Zest, this matte, which was stunning. Look, just look at that shade. Beautiful. I did a look with that on the top and then green underneath the eye. It was gorgeous. I got so much, so many comments about that look, which is over on my Instagram. This shade here, look at that. It's like a duochrome orangey gold. So beautiful. These are new to my collection, so you will have seen a She Glam haul, and this is actually the most amount of palettes from one brand that I've got now, but I do want to test them out. So this is the Glitz Wiz, and this is the dupe, I say dupe lightly, for the Metropolis palette. I really want to give this a go. I want to have a bit of a play. I know that they've tried to dupe the cream to powder in this, so I want to see what it's like, because actually the cream to powder for me is really difficult to use. So I want to just see how I get on with these shades and the colours. And I would love the Metropolis palette, but this was like £8.95 by the time the discount came off, and the Metropolis palette is £111. So you can see I'm probably not going to buy it. Let me just swatch some of these for you. So, oh, I've just put my nail in that one. So that's the duochrome shade there. It's more of a, hasn't really got a base in it. Let's see if I can find another. Here's a shimmer down here, like a shimmery green. Oh yeah, that's nice. And then maybe some of the mattes. I'll try one of these cream to powder mattes. Okay, that's come off really nice. And just a normal matte. Oh, I've just put the glittery thing. What's wrong with me? That matte has come off really nice. Apart from the fact I've just got blooming glittery shade in it. Honestly. Okay, the next palette from them is the Glam Mexico City Stay Fuego. And isn't this just the most beautiful colour story? I was so excited by this. I feel like you've got 3 palettes in one. So you've got your greens at the top here, a bit of a teal colour here. Then you've got these 4 shades that go together really well. And then you've got these 3. Love that about this. So I want to do a few looks with this. I love the shade name Guac and Roll. Let's have a look what this matte's doing. There you go. How nice is that? I'm not going to lie, I have used these so far. Do you know what? Yellows are so hard. I have used one palette, and I'll get to it in a minute, and it was amazing. You'll see a look coming up soon. Have a look at the shimmers in here. That's quite nice. And this one here, yeah, that's quite sheer, but that's good. I'm really looking forward to trying this palette. Really, really looking forward to it. Can I apologise just for the lighting? It got really dark outside and I've put on a sort of desk lamp to try and help because I don't actually have a good setup right now. Okay, so this was the one that I used yesterday. This is the Glam Petal Power palette. I was pleasantly surprised. Really pleasantly surprised. So I chose this because I really liked the, it's like got a really subtle... it's like a subtle neutral with the green, and then there's obviously this pop of blue, tealy aqua, what's the shade called, turquoise. The rest are pretty neutral, but I just really liked the shade range in here. This shade here, which is called White Night, is like the, I tell you what it reminds me of, that crisp colour. Look at that. It's on my finger, it's not coming out as much, but I tell you what, on the eye, it was absolutely incredible. I was so shocked. Then you've got this colour, which I put on my eye, this Good as Gold. Look at that. It's not hard to get a gold right. Got this Deeply Rooted, absolutely stunning. Melodramatic, ha 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 ha, very funny, love that. And then I really liked the green. Look at that green. Absolutely beautiful. I was so shocked. How lovely. The mattes especially really shocked me. Really shocked me. I definitely think that it's worth picking up this one. I was quite shocked at the quality, but I will do more looks with them. I will carry on playing with these, and then we'll see how I feel about Glam and if I get more. Okay, so next up is the Colour Me Coral palette. And I'm not entirely sure why I picked this up. I just think I thought at the time it'd be a really nice one to go away with. It's got some really nice, it's really neutral. I don't really have many neutral palettes, to be honest, especially in cheaper palette collections. I'd rather my neutrals be expensive because I'm going to use them more. But this is soft as anything. Look at that brown, just a bite. Absolutely stunning. I Love You a Latte. That probably needs a bit of work. Love Potion. That's a really pretty colour. Really nice, very neutral. Not something I would normally use. But, you know, I just wanted something a little bit more neutral to see how it performed. And if I was going to use something that I was going to use on a daily basis or go on holiday, this is actually a pretty good palette for that. Okay, this one really intrigued me. This is the Blues palette. I really liked this. And do you know what I love about this? Is you look at the cover and that's exactly what's inside. So the Blues palette contains lots of lovely blues, but also these striking yellow colours as well. What a lovely combination. I just think these go really, really well together. You don't often see the yellows and the blues together. I was looking for a yellow palette. And actually you've got 6 shades in here. So you've got 6 sort of yellowy neutrals and then you've got 6 blues. And what I love about that is that you know, like the honey palette and the honey palette, these probably are the ones that you'd want out of that. And then you've got the blue one as well mixed in. So I'm going to have a bit of a swatcheroonie. Let's have a look at White Noise. Whoa, okay, that is crumbly. I think that will be nice on the eye. Fingers crossed. See how that goes. White Noise here. That's a pretty shade. Again, a really good inner corner highlight shade. You've got Centre Stage. That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Again, a bit more crumbly. Maybe it's because it's blue. Blues are so difficult to get right, aren't they? And then, oh, that's lush. Gorgeous, gorgeous shades. I just wanted something a bit different in my collection, and I thought that the colour story was interesting. So I'll give it a go. I'm just going to have to get rid of that. But yeah, let me just try this one. I just want to try it. Whiskey. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. That would just go so lovely with the blues. Anyway, I will give this a go at some point. Sorry, these are so new. So I apologise. I'm not really able to report anything. What I do like is there's no mirror, because you're not getting any flashback on your screen. And the last little palette is this Forever Feather. I liked that there was greens and there was warm tones in here. Another really cute little palette, similar to that. I think this is smaller than the Petal Power, what's it called? This is giving me absolute like rainforest vibes. Don't know if it's giving anybody else that sort of vibe. So we've got Swoop, there it is. This isn't as good quality as the others. Oh, maybe that orange is lush. What was that? Flight Risk. Oh, that is a gorgeous. That is such a lovely camo colour, isn't it? Lovely khaki colour. And then You Look Fly. You know, the thing is, this is no test at all about how they're going to perform on the eye. So I want to give them a go. I want to see how, you know, well they work. And it's just something new for the collection. And with them being so affordable, I had to do that. I hunted for these for so long. These are the Pinky Rose palettes. I actually got these on Dolls Kill website. I feel like that's where I got them from. So I bought the Bright Lights and the 80s Baby. And funnily enough, I use 80s Baby more than I do Bright Lights. So I'll show you the Bright Lights first. I was so intrigued by this. This has got 3 pressed glitters in. And it is a bit of a rainbow palette, actually. So you've got 2 shimmers, Glitz and Boom. Let's have a go of Boom. Yeah, that hasn't come off so well. Not massively impressed. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matte shadows. Let's have a go at Tiki. They're a bit powdery. And then you have got these pressed, oh, sugar, hold on. Then you've got the 3 pressed glitters, but the pressed glitter I was very excited about was that one, Cupcake. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a it's just a glitter though, that's the problem. Oh man, that actually does come off really well. With the glitter glue, that would look quite nice. Let's see what it looks like on the hat. See, no, there's no way. Look, it comes off really nice onto the finger. Does it go on the blooming back of the hand? No. How would you pick that up and put that on? Such a shame. I just like the look of it in the palette, to be honest. That looks so good on the finger though, look. Look at that. Oh well. It was worth a try. I think I got them reduced as well, so that's why I got it, because I was not paying the amount they wanted. However, the 80s Baby palette, absolutely brilliant. So I have used this quite a lot. You can see there's a few dents in them. These are beautiful shadows, really nice shadows. This black, incredible. Let's just see, I'll just show you. Look, lovely in black. This, gorgeous. This, gorgeous. This falls out all the time. That Caliente, does it say? I love that you've got like this grungy shades down here, and then you've got the brighter shades. I love it. I absolutely love this palette. I use it more than I ever thought I would, and it's even got my birth year in 1981. Love that. Absolutely love that. So I love this as well because it hasn't got any pressed glitters, thank goodness. But it's just a different colour story, just something I haven't got. So this is one of my most expensive palettes ever. So this is the Tom Ford, what's it called? Honeymoon palette. Look at this. Do I use it at all? Barely. Barely. I barely use it. You can just see the TF in it. So I have used it. It's all shimmers. What am I going to do with that? All shimmers. It's fine for like a all over, just one eye look. I think that's what I've used it for. So if I just want to put on just like a all over the eye shimmer, I mean, they are soft as anything. Really beautiful. They are gorgeous shadows, actually. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Give you a swap. Look at those. They are beautiful shadows. Now, I bought this as a treat for myself. I'd worked really hard. I can't remember what I'd done, but I may have got a promotion or something, and I thought, right, I'm going to treat myself. This quad was 60, I want to say £68 or something ridiculous like that. And I won't sell it. I won't give it away. I won't declutter it. I barely use it. I'd like to use it more. I mean, look at it. It is actually really beautiful. We'll see. We'll see. I have two Nabla palettes. I've barely used them. So this is the Cutie palette, and this is in coral. And I really like that there is this sort of dark end here, the red. And then you've got these two lovely bright colours. This one is a duochrome, I think. And then you've got this gorgeous colour here. And I bought this on recommendation again from Angelica. Oh, I was looking at these mini palettes and I thought, which one do I want to get? And this was the one that really stood out to me. She did swatches of them. The quality of the shadows is actually really good. This one's more of a topper shadow, but I'm quite impressed by them. There is only two mattes. Look at that anyway. That's stunning. So it's just lovely. It's just a lovely little palette. It doesn't have a light shade. That's the only problem. But I often carry around a single light shade with me. And it's, I want to say Wet n Wild Creme Brulee. I don't know if you remember that. I have backup after backup of it because it works really well as just a base shade. That in the crease, that to deepen up, that on the outer edge, and then one of these shimmers or two of these shimmers, and it's just a perfect quick eye look. Love it. So I bought the Secret palette because one, the packaging is stunning, okay? And then two, the inside, the colour story is just really different. So I feel like you've got rows of eye looks here. So the top row would be a perfect eye look. The second row also would be a really good eye look. And then the third row. So it feels like the colours don't really go together. It's like you've got three separate palettes here. It might even be these four go together and then these are the neutrals around the edge. They are really pretty. I've never bloody used it. I've picked it up, I've put it down. I've picked it up, I've put it down. And that's how it keeps going with this palette. I'm not sure why either, because they're lovely, lovely shadows. And I just haven't had the, oh, that black. I just haven't had the motivation to use it. Hopefully, you know, with questions from you and the more I get to, you know, have a go at enjoying my palettes that I actually own, maybe I'll do something with these a bit more. This looks really nice. Play Hard. What? Okay, I did not expect that to happen. Wait there. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. I might pick this up a bit more. Look at that. That is stunning. Wait, close my ring. Let me know if you want to see some looks with this palette. Okay, so these are from a brand called Cara Beauty. It's an indie brand. I don't know how I found out about this brand, but I bought two palettes regardless. So I bought the Juvia palette. I've got a feeling this one was limited edition. So this is what the Juvia palette looks like. You've got a really nice warm selection of colours, and then you've got a pop of like purple and green in here. Very summery, a very summery palette. Absolutely stunning. I can't remember the brand name that it used to be. So, oh, let's move this back a bit. Yeah, I haven't used it. Every time I pick it up, again, I've just not used it. So here's some, wow, the shadows are actually really impressive. That one's going to fall out. Oh, wow, okay. Okay. That one's a topper shade. That looked lovely with that, wouldn't it? They'd look lovely together. Wow. Well, that's got micro glitters in that actually show up. Incredible. I've done it again. I really want to play with this now. It just, I feel like it's got no depth. It's got this colour only, but it's not really got a, well, it has, I suppose it's got that colour as well. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. We'll see. Maybe it's something you've got to build up. So weirdly, that one came with a mirror. This one doesn't. This is the Yasmin palette. And I do pick this one up more. You've got two lovely multi-chromes here, a duochrome here, this beautiful green. It's much more grungy, this one. It's much more fall, I suppose. And it's gorgeous. This is an absolutely beautiful palette. But again, I feel like it's really just one tone. It needs something darker. There needs to be a black in here. You've got this lovely green. I mean, the quality of these shadows is absolutely incredible. That one's more of a topper shade once again. And then you've got those. They're two topper shades really. So that's Manaza and Annie. They both really are a bit more toppery, a bit more flaky. But it just needs a little bit more work. I'll just see if I can get into... Now that Nadia shade... I think I had a bit of a problem with the Nadia shade. It looks gorgeous, but I feel like it comes off really... yeah, let me just show you. No, it comes off really well. Maybe it just wasn't coming off really well with a brush. Let's have a look what these look like. That hasn't, yeah, Nasheen, not coming off great. That's lovely though, Trunk and Cardinal. Okay, so that first one, Nasheen, doesn't really do much, but who knows, maybe it'd be fine once you top them off. I will have to play around with it and give you a bit more of a review. I like the colours in here. Again, the colour story really caught my eye. It's like it's rainbow without being rainbow. I've noticed though that I have a real penchant for the warmer shades, and you know, that's something that hopefully I won't be buying any more of in the future. Not until I've finished some. Who's finishing blooming eyeshadows? No one. I've got 5 Juvia's Place palettes, and I have used none recently. So I've got the Zulu, which I've never used. This is the rainbow palette. I've dipped my fingers in them, but I've never used. But I mean, look how gorgeous they are. The quality's never wavered, has it really? Look at it. The shimmers are amazing. The quality's just never wavered. And I get annoyed with myself because I'm like, why didn't I try and use these more? Granted, this needs like a dark shade to go with it and a light shade, and maybe that's why I didn't use it. But I've got a whole makeup collection here. What am I playing at? So maybe I'll have a bit more of a play with it. Maybe I'll have a look at some tutorials. We'll see. And this, I'm gutted. Watch this. The plastic's still on. The actual plastic is still on. I'm going to play around with this much more, you know. I love this palette. I bought it because I just thought it's going to be so beautiful. Never did anything. Not even touched it. I've touched some of the shades with my fingers. I've never dipped a brush in. Come on, Leah, get it together. There's some beautiful colours in there. That needs to change. It's stunning. Never used it. Festival. I can't remember why I even bought this. I think I bought it because it was just such an interesting colour story. Not used it once again. This is interesting because it's like a black shimmer. I don't really have a black shimmer in any of my other palettes, so it's quite nice to have that. again, they're just gorgeous, aren't they? Look, all the shimmers. Not one of them is bad. Not one of them is bad. I'm sort of annoyed with myself for letting these go, like, pass me by. I had a lot going on, you know. I had a lot going on in my personal life, and COVID hit, and you just lose that motivation and the creativity and all of that. The thing that gets me about this palette is this pink. I feel like it's just an odd colour to be in here. Maybe these three together, and these three together. Actually, that does work. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else felt that. But, yeah. And then my two first Juvia's Place palettes, and the only ones that I really have played with. This is the Masquerade, but the mini version. I was so glad that I got the mini version because I hadn't realised how big the other version was. It's part neutrals. Annoyingly, these four matte browns are more or less the same on the eye. These two are quite similar on the eye as well, and this is lovely, but it's similar to the mattes. These are really nice colours though, like they come off really well. I'm quite happy with those, and I'll continue to use that one. But my favourite palette actually, and most used, is the Magic palette. And you can see I've really had a good go at this. This one here has gone hard pan, which is a shame because it's a great colour for deepening up. To be honest, I think it just needs a bit of work, and yeah, look. I mean, it just needs to be redone. The same with the blue, the navy blue. That doesn't work so well, the navy blue. A bit of a shame, really. But again, the quality of these are just gorgeous. You just can't fault it. Even that pink, look at that. My thumb. That, you don't get it like that. It's just gorgeous. And this is actually, to me, a full palette because this is a great lid shade. And then the rest you can just build up. And if it wasn't for the fact that that went hard pan, I probably would have used it a bit more, to be honest. Let me just, there's a duochrome in there, which is, what's it called? I can't even read it. What does that say? Faso. Let's have a look what that, so we've got a few duochromes in this one. Yeah, even that's beautiful, look. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I'm not gonna get rid. I know these are old. I know it's a bit weird holding on to them and the sentimentality, but I do want to use them. Like, I don't just buy palettes not to use them, although there are a number of palettes I've not used. Oh well. Speaking of which, just received this one. This is the Mini Love palette. I actually got this in that Cult Beauty bag. I'm really looking, I haven't even dipped my finger into it. I'm really looking forward to using this. I feel like this is just going to be so beautiful. This is just one look though, isn't it? It's one look in a thing, maybe two if you're lucky, but they're going to look very similar whatever looks you do. I love that. Just realised I've got purple all over my fingers. Just try and get it off. So I recently bought these. I did a look with this one, which is already on my channel, and to say I was not massively impressed is an understatement. I'm really annoyed at myself. I'm going to have a play around with it a bit more. I don't feel like I'm annoyed with this colour, probably more than anything. These two colours here, I feel like there needs to be just a brighter colour, a brighter, I don't know, like this shade here. If this shade was in there, hold on, you can't see it. This one here. Yeah, see, that would have been perfect in there. Why put two duochromes that are very similar? I don't know. I just don't know. To me, it just seems like it wasn't well thought out. Beautiful shades. I'm still working on how to use these cream to powder shadows. Really not used them before. This is beautiful. Like, I've not used a shade like that before. I'm really looking forward to using that. Again, I think this is the reason I bought such... I am actually, I've got another one coming. I've got the bronze palette coming because it looks beautiful. But the reason I bought these in such neutral shades was because I thought I was just going to use them every day. And one all over the lid, sort of one eye looks, like that would be one eye look with that in the outer corner. You know, I don't want to be spending a lot of time on makeup, which is why I thought if I'm going to buy something and spend money on it, I'm going to buy something that isn't too... that is more expensive. Great quality, will last all day. Sorry about the state of my fingers. So this is the retro palette, and I'm going to play around with it a bit more. We'll see what looks like that come out of it. And then this is the, oh gosh, you can see my face. This is the Zendo palette. And this is just, again, a neutral palette with just a pop of colour. Basically, a couple of greens, a couple of blues. But I do like that little pop of colour. I do like to bring a bit of pop of colour into the look. If I can, you know, swoosh it underneath the eye. I think that would be really nice. This sort of warm, again, these warm neutrals are things that I'm gravitating towards. I haven't even dipped my finger into any of these. Oh, maybe that one there. That's probably all I've done. I will do a look with this and we'll see which one I prefer. Definitely looking forward to seeing which one I prefer. This colour's beautiful. What's this? Yama. See, that doesn't really come up like... Everybody goes on about her shimmers, but there's nothing... I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's anything going on there. Maybe it's meant to be subtle. Maybe that's her aesthetic. But, you know, everybody raves about Natasha Denona. And so far... we'll see. We will see. I got this in a free, not free, I ordered like a box of, like a mystery box from P. Louise. I really like her eye bases. And this was free. And it's just weirdly a warm neutral sort of pinky tone palette. Haven't tried it. I've dipped my finger in a couple. This looks really nice. Yeah, it's a lovely colour actually. I'll just put my nail in it. So yeah, I'll give it a go. I will give it a go. I don't want to declutter it at this point. I don't think. I want to just give it a try. I couldn't wait to get my hands on this palette. Have I used it? Not once. So this is an all matte, completely rainbow. It is a rainbow palette. I haven't touched it once. I'm in the black maybe. And actually I don't think I did touch black. I think it just, I was trying to clean it up. Not touched it. Not once. I love the colours. I haven't even swatched it. I mean, like, I couldn't wait to get my hands on this. This is the Certify the Tropical Wonders palette. I've not touched it. Really upset about that. So if you want to see, I don't know, a look, some sort of look. I don't even know what I would do with it though at this point. I don't know what look I would do. So, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. I might declutter it, to be honest, because I've got my other rainbow palette. I want to use it. I just haven't. So, that I may even put that in a maybe declutter pile. Who knows? Oh, hello, memories. This is actually so loved. So, I was desperate for this palette. It was all over YouTube for absolutely ages. Everybody loved it. And, you know, it was a warm neutral palette, yeah. The Lorac Pro Volume 1. I want to say Volume 1, that's what it was called, because there was Lorac Pro 2 as well, which was more cool toned. Somebody was selling it on a sale site. I bought it, and I have really made some damage. So, cream is nearly finished. Let me move this so you can see it better. I've made dents in light bronze. I've made dents in nude, champagne. Weird, these two colours, Sable and Espresso, I was using for my eyebrows for a bit. Great. This is a great palette. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. It is a great palette. Even here, you can see I use some of that in my eyebrows as well. I use this more than... I just use this more than I thought I would. It's just a great neutrals palette. Great. I can't say anything more about it. I can't say anything less about it. This is great quality. Look at that. I mean, it hasn't changed since I got it. The nude colour, just lovely, lovely quality. Like they're so soft. It's going to go everywhere, isn't it? And yeah, just honestly, great. Just a great palette. I'm doing it over here and you can't blooming see anything. Helpful. I know a lot of people panned this palette a few, oh God, it's been 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I am really tempted to do a series of videos where it's like the palettes that time forgot, because this is like memory lane for me. This was all over the internet. Well, YouTube specifically in the beauty community, and you know, I watch so many videos. So yeah, I might bring it back out and do some like retro looks with it. And every time I use it, my eye makeup is flawless. It really is. You know, people do not give this enough credit. This was one of the reasons people started doing, you know, beauty YouTube. This is one of the reasons people started panning things, because the palettes, they're so soft. It's really easy to get through. There's not much fallout at all. That's why people liked it. You know, brilliant, flawless, love it. Still have it, will not get rid of it, and will continue to use it. Flawless. Okay, these are a couple of palettes from Cara Beauty. They are an indie brand. I saw them on, I think it was the Dolls Kill website again. This is very much, look, I'm not 420, like I'm not 420 friendly personally. Well, I'm friendly, like my friends do whatever, but it just doesn't, I'm not into it. But yeah, this is Orange Pop. Isn't this gorgeous? There is a couple of pressed glitters. I'm not fussed about those, but the quality is actually really, really good of these. I've had a really good go at this orange one. I love it. Great shadows, great quality for what it is. It's really small as well, which I like. Let's have a little bit of a dig in. This is nice, yeah, nice colours. Lovely mustard in here. Look at that mustard. That's gorgeous. They've come off really quite similar. And this duochrome is just soft. Look at that. Just look at that. Beautiful. I love the little indie brand. And then I also got the Purple Haze one. Let's have a look. Look at that. Has again 2 pressed glitters, a couple of duochromes, and then the rest matte. You can't go wrong. I've used this one quite a lot as well. It's very soft, and it's more of a topper shade. Let's have a look what this one is, because I've not dipped my finger in this one at all. That's very soft. Look at that. Gorgeous. And I like that they're monochromatic. Although this one's got like a rogue yellow in it. But I quite like that. Quite like that a lot. Okay, so all I know is this is an indie brand, but I don't know what the indie brand is called. But the palette's called It's Only Magic. And I bought it a year ago and I've not touched it once. But the colour story is really interesting, quite grungy, quite... To me... This is the colour story they probably should have used in palettes for the, oh my gosh, Hocus Pocus palettes. Great quality shadows. You've got 4 shimmers. One's more of a satin, although it's got like a duochrome in it. And I like the colours. I think they're really nice. Obviously, I love a good purple. Sorry, there's 5 shimmers. That one's a shimmer as well. Yeah, I just thought this was really nice. That weirdo colour, black, is so dark. Look at this. Look how black that is. That is an incredible shade. Really nice. Quite chalky, but a really good shade. I'm actually going to just get that off because that's going to go everywhere. Yeah, it's quite chalky, but it's really beautiful. Anyway, just thought I'd share this one with you. 2 of my newest palettes, I've not delved into them whatsoever. I am so excited. They're going to be coming up soon. You might have seen some looks. This is the Wilderness palette by Beauty Bay. Just look at it. 20 shades. Stunning, 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 stunning. I love the colour story here. I love how dark it is, but the shimmers are so bright. So the contrast of the shimmers against these really dark colours. If somebody asked me to curate a palette, this would probably be it, I reckon. And again, you've got the rows. So this top row would go really well. That row would go really well. That one would go really well. And that one, again, I love that. Where it breaks it down into, you can, at least you know you've got a minimum of 4 looks there. A minimum of 4 looks. Just love it. Absolutely love this. So I can't wait to play with it. And then the other one, like, oh, this one's so beautiful. I have never been so drawn to a palette, and I wonder if it's the magpie in me. Just, I mean, hold on a minute. Just look. Again, it's dark mattes, and then really bright shimmers. I feel like that is a really good combination. Like, if you're going to have a shimmer, don't make it dark. Nobody wants a dark shimmer. There seems to be a bit of a crack in that one. That's annoying. Need to be careful of that. These two colours are very similar. So Flapper and Dandy, they're going to come off similar on the eye, aren't they? They look quite similar. This blue, a Decadent, is fantastic. That navy, I've never seen a navy like it. Again, one look. Stunning. Stunning. Absolutely. These, I'm so excited to play with it. This is the first time for a long time that I've been excited to play with a palette. So I can't wait to do that. Let me know if there's anything that you would like me to try out. And you know, there was a look that Kathleen Lights did once, and I was obsessed with it. And it was black and blue, this royal blue. And I'd never seen anything like it on someone's eye, and I'm still desperate to recreate that look. It looked fantastic. So I might give it a go with this palette. Who knows? I probably should have said this is the Age of Opulence. This is the palette. This is Beauty Bay as well, obviously, but it's the holiday palette, I think. So yeah, so excited. Don't yell at me, okay? MAC, don't yell at me. So first things first, I had 2 of these, but I only kept 1. And this is from the Mariah Carey collection. Do you remember the holiday collection? Oh my gosh, I want to say 5 years ago. So this is the, what's it called? It's Everything eyeshadow quad. And this is a very cool toned, which I don't normally use, eyeshadow quad. I just found I could make a look out of this one. And this shimmer's really nice, actually. Look, for a MAC shadow, pretty good. I mean, actually, don't get me wrong, I don't think I've ever had a complaint about a MAC shadow. They're just not highly pigmented. But if you don't want to have a highly pigmented look, then go ahead. Anyway, I kept this one. I won't get rid of it because it's Mariah Carey. End of. And then this, oh my gosh. Right, who remembers the Warm Neutrals palette? This is a 15 pan palette. Right. These were pre-made. You didn't normally get them. There was maybe 3. I think there was Cool Neutrals, there was Warm Neutrals, and there was another one. Who knows what it was. I promise you. So I bought this because somebody had been doing looks with it. And I believe it was my friend Karen. And every look she did, I was like, that looks great on her eyes. I think now that I'm a bit maturer, these are stunning. Every look I do, without fail, using this palette is perfect. They're not the most shimmery and they're not the most pigmented, but they do work. They make my eyes look so lovely. They give it such a nice, they look great. I should really show you some of the looks I do with this. You've got like your dark mattes here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shimmers, a couple of satins actually, to be fair. And then even though the shimmers don't look very shimmery, on the eye, they're incredible. This is such a blast from the past. I'm definitely doing the palettes that time forgot, because I really want to do that series with these palettes where people will maybe still have this in their collection. They might still have it and they might go, do you know what? I'm going to go and pull it out again and just give it a bit of love. Every single look. There's not one look that I've done with this palette where I've thought that looks shabby. Every single time it looks perfect. Well done, MAC. Okay, so I've got Viseart, I don't know what people are saying these days. So I was sent this palette from a subscriber years ago. She actually sent me about 5 different MAC palettes. This is the one that I decided to keep, and this is the editorial palette. And these were like 80 quid each at the time. Great shades, great mattes. Some of them have got a bit of hard pan, but it's nothing that I can't deal with. I just keep it in my collection because there's a lot of memories attached to it. And actually, the colours are pretty good. This yellow, let's see if I can, yeah, that's okay. God, it's been a while since I dipped my finger in, to be fair. Green's lovely. That purple's just great. Let's go for a blue, because blue's hot. Look at that blue. I mean, it is what it is. There's a lot of memories held there for this palette, and I wanted to keep one. I don't know, I might declutter it, to be fair, because I have got other rainbow palettes now. But at the time, this was pretty avant-garde, to be honest, or editorial, as it says. But then I really wanted some other subtle ones. These are this is the Theory palette, and actually it was Karen again that spoke about this. This is very cool toned. It's a one look palette. Absolutely, and you can take these out, which I love. They're like really easy to take out and replace if you've got others. So you can then just put whatever you want in these, and then you can carry it around a little palette. I love these. I think these are great. Quality of these is just lovely. Look, absolutely. They remind me of that that palette that I was showing you earlier, the Tom Ford one. They're just really smooth. They're really flattering on eyes that are crinkly. You know, you don't want chunky things. They just go into the creases. So when it's a smooth, shimmery shade, it's just lovely. And for green eyes, these purple shades are just perfect. So this was the Viseart Theory palette. And then this is the Petite Pro. And I love this. I think I had two, and I took out colours from one and put them in the other. Do you know what's really funny? I've just opened this. So I've got all these shades here. I think I took this purple one out to put it here to make, like, deepen it up a bit. It wasn't dark enough before. So, and I think I may have changed this as well. I've just looked at it and look how similar the colours are to that. That's mad, actually. That's pretty mad. And the shimmers are so nice. I've barely used it, but I really like it. It's only little as well. I just thought, you know, for travelling, this is a great one to take away. I've taken this away a couple of times. I have used it. I've barely used it. But again, it's the sort of shades that if you're over 40 and you've got crinkly eyelids, they're really nice if you just want a little neutral look. And these are about 20 to 30 pounds. And yes, that's expensive, but they're quite thick. You're not going to get through an eyeshadow, let's be honest. So definitely one of the ones that I like to keep going away and just throwing in a handbag type. You know, if you've only got hand luggage, you don't have a lot of space. Okay, this is the only Sigma palette that I've ever had, ever owned. And I just wanted something that was a little bit different. I love the cover of this. And this is the Creme de Couture. And this is just a beautiful matte pastel. And this is really good for inner corners. So now and again, if I don't actually want to have an eye colour on, I'll just put some of these lovely colours, especially the pastels, in the inner corner. And that's it, that's my look. I've done it a few times and it's just been really joyful. They're really nice quality, they're really soft, they're nice mattes, they work really well. I've got nothing bad to say about it. I don't have anything else like it in my collection. And because I've got this, I've not been tempted by anything else that looks like this. So it's been really nice. Love it. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that one, really. Okay, this is my only Colourpop eyeshadow palette. And it's the only one that I honestly, I thought I'd lost this when I moved into this house. And I love it. I love it so much. When I open it, to me, it doesn't really look like the colours for My Little Pony. And I think that has become a theme for Colourpop. They just throw some colours in. But I love it. You can see I've used it. The colour story is just the most bizarre colour story ever. But it sort of works. And I have created some beautiful looks with this. Absolutely stunning. Like this row at the bottom here, I've created a really nice halo eye. And also, like, these shimmers are really nice and bright. That's a beautiful shimmer. And, you know, even though you haven't got, like, a deep matte, that works really well. And because of that colour, this makes it a really easy palette to use. I love it. I love this palette. But the colours are just so... like sporadic, like it's just like a teal in the middle of this, and like this colour here is like, why are you here? Because you don't really go with the others, but I don't really care. I do really enjoy this palette, and again, I wouldn't get rid of it. I love it so much, and My Little Pony is just such a nostalgic thing for me. I don't think you can get this anymore. If you can find it on eBay or something, if somebody is selling it, then go for it. It's just that My Little Pony I grew up with, yeah. Everybody else did. And there's just something it's just so lovely. And it's just an unusual palette. And it's really good quality. It's weird. It's not like the best quality, but it doesn't smudge and it doesn't crease, and it sort of builds really nicely, and the shades do mix together well. So it's one of those that you wouldn't pick it up and think, oh my gosh, you know, put your finger in and think, oh, these colours are amazing, because they're not. But when you put them on the eye, and this is something that you've got to remember, when these go on the eye over an eye base, it's a different ball game. And this is one of those palettes that just transforms my eyes. I've done some beautiful looks with it. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favourites. I'll be absolutely gutted if I lost it. And I thought I had, and I was really upset. Okay, these are the only Huda Beauty ones I've got. I've got 9-pan ones, and let me tell you that. So I bought the Amethyst Obsessions one because I wanted to try out Huda Beauty, and I like purple shades, and this is really pretty. I think it's really nice. There isn't a light shade, so there isn't like a very light shade, so I can only really do like one look with this. I might declutter it. I haven't decided yet. I may declutter it because I just don't reach for it at all. It's beautiful, but it's just, I don't really, there's only one look I can do really. So I don't know, I'll give it a go. Maybe I'll give it another try, because they're nice enough shadows. And then these two I bought from TK Maxx. They were just really cheap, so I thought, oh, Huda Beauty palette. So this is the Coral Obsessions. You know, in TK Maxx it's because they're not ones that people want. But there's a really nice mustard here. But the shades are so similar in this palette. Like, I mean, that and that is literally the same. That and that is more or less, you're going to get the same sort of thing. And the shimmers are the same. So I just think, you know, just for the sake of the yellow, should I bother? Is it enough? There's just not enough variety in here. They could have done so much better with this. It's not even coral, it's like orange. There's nothing really coral about it. And then finally, the Gemstone Obsessions. It's just an all shimmer palette. I actually quite like this. It's really good to have it in my collection to just add it into things. Is it the best quality? Nah, but it is a good shimmer palette in terms of just adding it into something that's matte. You know, so if you to me, it's just like a little add-on, and it's small enough to fit in the, like, it doesn't take up a lot of room. So I don't mind having that one so much. Okay, if you've known me for a long time, you've followed me, you will know that Makeup Revolution was my all-time favourite brand. I have got rid of all of my palettes bar these two, which are relatively newish, last few years anyway, because they were little ones. The big palettes just, I know I've got quite a lot of them, but I was like, I just want small palettes. The avocado one, really, I like this. This is really nice. I just wanted something, again, a bit green, and I can make about 4 or 5 looks there. It's a really good palette, and you know, it's actually, look how soft and lovely these are. I mean, they're actually really good quality. I think these are the best quality that I've seen from Makeup Revolution. So yeah, really impressed. I really like how neat and little that is. And then the other one is the Tasty Peach. I like that they've got this sort of 3D effect as well. I've not really delved into this one, but it's more pink. They've done the same as that other one, actually, haven't they? They've done the same as the Huda Beauty one, where there's no peach in there. That isn't really peach at all. You've got like a brown and a rust and orange. Maybe that's a bit peach. And then you've got pink. I don't know. I love this shade, though, down here. It reminds me of Kitten, but like a nicer version. Yeah, I just keep them in my collection because they're really small. And I like that they've got some nice shimmers in there. That green one is really good. Okay, this is my only palette that's got singles in, and it's from Burnovich. So this is, I believe it's a Polish brand, and I bought these on recommendation from somebody on the internet. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Annette. These are multi-chromes, and they're so good. They're so good. They're the best multi-chromes I've ever used. This shade's a bit crap, this white shade. But it's all right on top of something, you know, dark. They are the most beautiful duochromes. And they're just so glittery, so sparkly. I mean, look, I'll give you a swatch. So we've got that one there. Look at that. We've got this one here, very similar, but like a bit more finely milled. We've got, oh, this one's difficult to look at that. Look at it. I can't get over how beautiful they are. Let me just wipe some. They're just so beautiful, and I will. It means I don't have to buy a multi-chrome palette. Like, I mean, look at that. Look at this one. Look. Oh, the whole thing is just stunning. I just can't get over how beautiful they are. They're just gorgeous. I really wanted the Adept Plain Jane palette, and this came, and I spent £1.80 on each of the shades or something silly. Honestly, I couldn't justify spending that money on the Adept Plain Jane when I got these really cheap, and I bet you they're very similar. Like, so pretty, and I don't need anything else because of it. So yeah, Burnovich. Here's another blast from the past, and another well-loved one from me. So this, I mean, it looks really battered now. This is the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills. This broke the internet, I believe. It was just so mad, and I have used the hell out of it. We've nearly lost all of Tempera. Vermeer has gone down. There's a big dip in Primavera. This is a beautiful palette, and another one where any eye look I do looks lovely. I just love it, and I've got nothing else to say about it. Won't get rid of it. Love it. One I haven't used, in fact two I haven't used. Well, I've used this quite a bit. I don't hear anybody talking about this palette, and they should, because look at it. So you've got like a whole neutral deal going on, and then you've got, again, it's that grunginess. You've got this lucid colour, which is similar to Crisp in that, you know, my favourite palette, the Cargo one. Then you've got this beautiful chartreuse colour over here. You've got Obsidian. I love it. I absolutely love this, and nobody talks about it at all. It's a really good palette and a great colour story. And again, you've got like the quads, so that would make a good eye look, that would make a good eye look, that would. Like, to me, you've got your eye looks in quads there. It might look a bit weird, but it absolutely isn't. It looks like it would make a really beautiful look. So, I don't know, nobody talks about this palette at all, but I think this is pretty good. Really impressed. Have you seen this? This is like a duochrome there. It's just, I think it's beautiful. This is a bit of a duochrome dimension. Look at those. So nice. Nobody talks about it. Whatever happened to Prism? Nobody, I wonder if anybody remembers it. It's just gorgeous. And this one, the Norvina palette, I haven't touched. I bought it and never touched it. Oh, okay, I'm lying. I have touched it a little bit. It's probably just finger marks. I don't know. Maybe I did use it. It's like a cool toned, lovely palette. Yeah, right up my street. I'm happy with that. Haven't used it for a long time. I should do. I think I will. So it's just one of those things. There was just palette after palette after palette after palette, and you're just like, I can't keep up. So I was like, I really love it. Just haven't had a chance to use it. So I'm gonna. So I just bought this palette when we moved into the house that I'm in now, and I thought I'd lost it, and I only just found it the other day. So, yeah, this is the Life's a Drag Lunar Beauty. I know that there's been a rehash of this. Is what it is. Beautiful palette. But I've never used it, really, because I lost it for quite a while. But I'm looking forward to giving it a go. I just know that this one, Snatch, does stain quite a lot. But I just remember the shades being really nice. I don't think I had any complaints at all. So, yeah, I'm gonna have a play around with it. Or I might, who knows, I may declutter it because I've got a lot of rainbow and I've got a lot of neutrals. We'll see. I've already filmed this, but I messed up. So the next one is the Tarteist Pro, which is another blast from the past. And oh, it's got a lovely vanilla scent. I found that although I don't use this every day, it's one of those that I will take on holiday because you've got all looks and then you've got some shimmers. And I have to admit, and I don't do this often, this blue-brown shade that was so popular. Do you know what I mean? The shade that, you know, made MAC famous. So it's got a brown undertone, but it's got like a blue shift. In this palette is really good. To be fair, the shimmers ain't bad in here, which is good because they're not known for their shimmers, are they, Tarte? But yeah, sorry, need to clean. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with this. It is a nice warm toned matte palette. I don't have loads of all matte palettes. However, the next one I'm going to show you is so retro. You're going to love it. I apologise for the reflection. However, this is the Stila Eyes of the Window shadow palette Mind. They had like Mind, Spirit, etc, etc. You can see this is well used. I have Hit Pan in this palette. Now this is more or less the same as the Urban Decay Naked Summit. What was it called? Urban Decay. It was a square palette and it was like it was just all matte palette. What was it called? Everybody went mad for it. And I really liked the look of it, but I had this palette. So I took this palette with me to Selfridges or wherever it was, Debenhams or something like that, to a shop. And I just compared the colours. And actually, they were all in here. So I thought, I don't need that palette. And that's actually a really good thing to do. So if you've got a palette that you love and you think, oh, I love this new one that's come out, take this with you to the shop, or at least compare it online, see if see if anybody's reviewed it, see if anybody's compared it, because you know what, you don't need it. You don't need it. So yeah, this has been amazing. I've used this shade here for my eyebrows. This shade is always my base shade. It's a really good shade. It looks, you know, they're not the most pigmented colours ever, but who needs that for a matte eyeshadow? Like, you want to have something that layers beautifully, something that gives you definition to the eye. This is the sort of thing where you could just literally throw this grey in the crease to give shade and it would just create a perfect look. So love it. Also love that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of looks similar to the like Tartelette palettes, if you remember those. So yeah, that's the Stila palette. Okay, I'm going to do these in the order of purchase. These are my 4 Kaleidos palettes. So I bought these two together. This is the Kaleidos, or Kaleidos. I think Kaleidoscope, that's why I say Kaleidos. Kaleidos Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise, and then the Escape Pod. So I bought these at the same time because it was, I think there was some sort of deal on. I really did want a couple of others, ones of these Futurism palettes. Still might try and get my hands on them if they're still there. But yeah, look at this. This is the most incredible. I think this is great for a look. Really inspiring. It's dead sort of cyber. I love that. It's really cool tone, but with that big splash of yellow, which could be done as an accent colour, or you could have that all over the lid with the brown and then have the blue as an accent colour. Like, there is probably about 6 or 7 looks I could get out of this just one palette of 6, which is what I want. I don't just want to have 6 shades where 4 are the same and then you can have like 2 looks or 1 look. I want to have inspiration. There's so much you can do with this palette and it's beautiful. The quality of these shadows is spot on. Now, I can't say that for every palette that I've had from Kaleidos. This, I think the smaller ones for me, I think are the better ones. So love this. I'll just give you a swatch of the look. And the silver over here, beautiful. That's like a wash of colour. And then this orange, look at that. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous. I was super excited about this Escape Pod because, number one, I didn't even realise the packaging was so beautiful. So on camera, you can see it looks lovely. There's a bit of a shine to it. But what you can't see is this almost paint texture on top. I'll see if I can get it close so you can see maybe. It's so stunning, and it's really thick, hard cardboard. It's really well made. In fact, there's probably a bit too much case for the stuff that's inside, because it's like that's your inside, this bit here. So you've got this whole case to go inside it. Anyway, this is gorgeous, great colour story. There's only one problem with it, in my opinion. There's about 6 duplicate shades. So both browns, they're not exactly the same, but they're not far off. Maybe that one's deeper. These two, they're going to look the same on the eye. These two, so similar. Like on the eye, then you're not going to tell much difference. This shade isn't my favourite. It's a bit too sheer for me. If I'm going to have a shimmer shade, I want it to have a colour base. I don't like the sheerness of it. Now, I know a lot of people do like this. It does look beautiful over a shadow or over a coloured base. But like, I want to have, look, I'll just show you, it's sort of sheer. It's not got the same colour. However, like out of these two greens, I feel like they're not different enough. On the eye, look, why put 2 shades the same? That is my only gripe with this palette. I feel like what they should have done, personally, darker shade here, darker shimmer, much darker shimmer, and then maybe put like a deeper blue or a royal blue or something, just something that would have given it just that oomph, you know? It's just, there's too many similar colours. Don't get me wrong, beautiful palette, absolutely love that I've got it. Maybe I'll use all the green, who knows? That's not going to happen. I will play around with this a bit more if I can, though. That's the aim. So then, after I got those two, I got the Club Nebula. So the reason I was introduced to Kaleidos was because of this YouTuber here. I'm just going to move those out of the way. Angelica Nyqvist. She's a Swedish YouTuber. She does all beauty. She does colourful looks. She's actually in her mid-30s, I think, mid to late 30s. And that makes me happy because it's not somebody who's just super young that I can't relate to. She's beautiful. Beautiful, just stunning. She's also really kooky, but she's also a justice warrior. I have a feeling she's an Aquarius because she is she reminds me of me quite a lot. Anyway, the Club Nebula is her what's the word, collaboration with Kaleidos, and rightfully so. She did a lot for that brand. You know, a lot of people were turned on to that brand because of her. So she curated, and as I've said, like, I love the grungy colours, and she curated this where you've got grungy colours and then you've got the shimmers. Okay, a few things to say about this one. I will tell you, I did use it straight away. I wanted to recreate some of the looks that Angelica put up, or Angie, she likes to call herself. I can't get things to work for me. These 4 here just sort of blend into the same colour. So disappointed. This is beautiful. Beautiful. This Nebula is beautiful. Celestial is really beautiful, but it's again on a light base. Nova is lovely, but it's on a light base, so you've got to put it, it's like a topper. Astro, gorgeous. You're My Only Hope, beautiful in a corner. This green is lovely, but again, a topper. The shimmers are not what I expected and what I thought I was going to get. However, the colour story, and also this isn't my favourite, to be fair, but the colour story is beautiful. I just need to work out how to work these 4 shades, because for me, they just mesh into this grey colour. and I just can't get them to work. So I'm gutted. I'll keep it because it is beautiful, and I'll just see if maybe it's me. I'm not an expert. I'm not brilliant at this sort of thing, so it could be me. Very likely, very likely. And then the final one, and I bought this recently, and I'm really pleased I did, because I have to say this is my favourite, is the Kaleidos Flower Punk. The packaging is stunning. So you've got a mirrored background, then you've got this sort of painted on the top. Reminds me of like those 70s mirrors, and it just slides off. It's just a magnet. Sorry, I just wiped this clean because one of the shadows got everywhere. So this reminds me of Melt Cosmetics. Does it you? Like, not the same colour story. Like, this half reminds me of Melt Cosmetics, and then that half doesn't. However, this is a 9-pan palette, and I used these for the other day, and they were incredible. This colour is just wild. It's beautiful. It's like such a greeny gold. I can't describe it. It looks gold, but it's green. Stunning. I've not tried this end whatsoever, but these three will make a really beautiful look. These two would make a beautiful look. I'm not sure how to integrate these with these. That's the only problem. They seem to be like an odd mix, because you couldn't have this colour with this. Oh, maybe you could, but you couldn't have that colour with this. It's just they're just not going to work. Maybe you can mix these two together. I don't know. Everybody seems to be using these four colours. Don't get me wrong, they are beautiful, but they could have just brought out a quad, couldn't they, with those? And then these, I'm not sure where these fall in that category. I haven't actually swatched these. Okay, that's a really pretty pastel. Have I just put that over the top of the other one? I have. Honestly, oh, that's lovely as well. You know, this is one of the better ones. Honestly, I'm really pleased with this. I will play around with it a little bit more. Do you know, it would have been nice if there was a deeper colour for this. I might pull in a black from somewhere just to add into this to make it a little bit deeper, because these two plus maybe a navy, I think they're going to be lovely. Maybe the navy from the Club Nebula, if that works. So yeah, I'm going to give those a go. I absolutely love this palette. Like I say, I'm not going to be getting rid of it anytime soon. But yeah, that's Kaleidos. Right. That was my penultimate brand. I've got 3 palettes to show you, all from the same brand. And it might not be a brand you've ever heard of, but it's a brand that you might want to look up. Okay, the final brand, and it just blows my mind. Okay, so this is a brand called Makeup Addiction. They're based in the UK. I'm going to do this in order from the final palette I bought to the first palette I bought, because it's quite important. So it's a black owned brand, which I'm really excited about. I like to support people of colour in their brands, of course, and I always find that the colours are just so much more vibrant from black owned brand, because obviously, you know, they're not just packing it with pale colours. There's no need, it's not going to work. So I always find that there is a real punch. This brand is the reason that I found Angelica on YouTube. I don't think she has this palette. This is called the Makeup Addiction Sinful Eyes. This is the last palette that I bought from them. I'm going to check them out, because I haven't seen lately if they've got anything new out, or even if they still exist. They used to have loose pigments, Makeup Addiction. That was what they were really good at. And then they started doing palettes. So I'm just going to move these two away, because I'll show you this one first. So I bought this as the final one because I had such success with the first two. This one is a palette with a really good colour scheme, my favourite sort of colour scheme. There's only one shadow that is absolutely diabolical, and the rest are perfect, absolutely perfect. And the really bad one is this one, Bougie. It is just a crumbly mess. It's got no stickability. It looks lovely in the pan, but it just does nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just dry. It's just not good. However, there is another one here, say at GOAT level, goat level. It's practically the same, so you're not missing out on that colour really. The shimmers are incredible. The duochromes, incredible. The mattes, soft as anything. The satins, absolutely so pigmented. This black here is just blacker than black. And, you know, I have used this palette a number of times, but unfortunately, it's just not made a dent in them. I haven't used it half as much as I should. There's a shade here called Orgasm, which looks like Mars Orgasm. I wonder if they've done that. Oh, they've got one called Too Faced as well. Okay, that's quite funny. Egyptian Queen. Yep, hell yeah, yes I am. So yeah, A Naked Lunch. Oh, I like this. I feel like they've been a little bit like cheeky, if I'm honest. Love that. I don't know whether this is still available. It was limited edition at the time. It didn't cost a lot of money. It wasn't like major expensive. It is an indie brand based in the UK. Their formula is incredible, bar this crappy one here. So I will play with that a little bit more. So the one that I bought before that was and I've still got them in their sleeves. This is how much I love them. This is the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics Meadow palette. And this is what they're quite heavy because they're magnetic. So it has 8 big pans and they are magnetic. You can take them out and swap them for others. Let's see if I can do that without breaking anything. Yeah, it tells you the name of the shadow. Oh, sugar. I'm dropping them now. These shadows are flipping gorgeous. This is the perfect springtime palette. So you've got a champagne colour here. I'm just going to show you. Beautiful, smooth. This beautiful bronze. I mean, look at that. It's like actual metal on your finger, molten metal. You've got 2 lovely like neutral mattes. So you've got this. I mean, they're so smooth and buttery. I bet I'm barely touching them, and there's no fallout. That's what I love about them. You've got a pink shimmer. Look at that pink shimmer. No one gets pink shimmers like that. It's so soft. Then you've got a duochrome green to navy blue shift, and a green to gold and a navy blue to green. I'll take a swatch of them both. So you've got this duochrome here. Look at it. It's so good. And this duochrome, yeah, blue to green. Like, look at those. Don't know whether you can see the duochromeness to it. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you have that navy blue at the bottom, which is a really good deepener. Look. Navy blue is so hard, but they've got it down to a T. These shadows blew my mind, and I really loved that the colour story was not dictated by anything else at the time, because everybody was after the neutrals. They just wanted neutrals. I just want a neutral, just want a neutral. And then these came up with this wonderful palette that had a bit of colour in it. Yeah, it's neutral, like this bit's neutral. Then you've got the colour. And I feel like they were really forward thinking, personally. So Angelica did do some looks with these. I don't know whether she's still got them, but I would definitely go back to her videos myself and go back to see what she did, because I would use them. So hopefully she's not got rid of them. They have got names, by the way, here, which I love. And then the Ultimate palette, the first palette they ever came out with. This did actually do really well amongst the UK beauty blogger community. It was where I first saw it. It's a bit battered now. So this is the Flaming Love palette. They did have another one, but the colours just bored me. They were just too neutral and just warm. I already had all of that already. Again, really heavy, opens up. It's great packaging. So you've got 3 dark colours here. You've got a terracotta red, really beautiful, dark brown, really, really dark as well. And then this one, which is a good crease colour. What I love about this, and I've said this already, is that these are definitely shades for darker skin tones, and rightfully so. Like, more brands should be doing this. You know, for a base, I've got loads of palettes that have got a cream in it, loads of them, but none of them have got these perfect shades here. Absolutely beautiful. The thing that blew my mind is this Cadbury's purple shade. And this was the thing that I've looked all my life for, is a perfect Cadbury's purple shimmer. And I will show you, there's no fallout of these either. Look at that. The purple doesn't change. You know, sometimes you think, oh, it's not going to work. It stays the same colour as what's in the pan. This, again, stunning. This is a shift pink to gold, stunning. This is a gorgeous gold, yellow gold, absolutely gorgeous. So pigmented, longevity amazing, no creasing. Like, I can't tell you how good these are. And then this gorgeous inner corner highlight. That could even be used as a highlighter, couldn't it? I mean, look how beautiful that is. Even on my skin tone. Just look at that. Look at that. It looks a bit like that champagne pop, but like a nicer colour. It's just stunning. I've just shared that out. And that is like a beautiful highlighter. But then also a beautiful inner corner highlight when it's more intense. Guys, this palette will never... this is a bold statement. If there was a fire and I could only grab 2 palettes, it would be these 2. Without fail. Because if I lost this formula, I'd be gutted. And because I don't think that they still do it. So yeah, I'd be most gutted. So go and check out their Instagram. Go on the Makeup Addiction Flaming Love Rebirth photo and let them know that @LeahXL sent you. Okie dokie, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is super, super long. I'm so sorry. And longer than I thought it would be because I had not recorded properly. Anyway, come back to this, get a brew, whatever you need to do. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.